Welcome to the world of Pixblocks. It's a skyland made of floating platforms and plants and with carrots hidden all around. These rabbits would do anything to put their hands on those carrots. But in fact, they are forbidden to do anything they like. The world of Pixblocks is based on strict rules they have to follow. Your goal is to learn those rules, exploit them, and finally to program the fastest way for rabbits to reach desired carrots. The game's basic variant is intended for one person. The player's goal is to solve logic riddles depicted on the cards included. Cards split into 4 groups depending on the difficulty level. Red cards are intended for a multiplayer variant. After choosing one of the cards, the player recreates on the board the situation depicted on the front of it. Prepared in this way, the board becomes a riddle itself. The player can solve it using additional elements listed on the bottom of the card's front side. Blocks can be added pretty much anywhere, but the player has to be aware of gravity law that will affect them after the start of the game. After using additional elements, the rabbit will start its journey across the level created by the player. With its every move, a situation on the board can be altered in many ways. Carrots will disappear after being eaten, and elements with no ground under will fall down. The riddle is solved the moment there are no carrots left on the field. If you have a problem figuring out the solution, there is a proper one printed at the back of every card. The proper solution given at the back of the card is not necessarily the only one possible. If your solution will eventually lead the rabbit to eat all of the carrots, it is a proper one as well. The game's multiplayer variant is intended for up to 4 players. To play with other players, use the red card set. Similar to the basic variant, players start with recreating the game's arena, which is the situation depicted on the front of the card. This time, there are no additional elements listed on the card. Players use all of the carrots blocks included in the box combined with their own rabbits. Players create the game's level by adding elements one by one alternately. After putting the last additional block on the field, rabbits start to move. They are taking their steps in turns. Every single carrot they manage to eat is counted as a point. The game is won by a player with the highest points number. Elements of the Pixblocks board game are, in fact, simulating virtual lines of computer code. Interactions between those elements correspond to basic programming concepts utilized in contemporary informatics. Playing Pixblocks, you will learn what are conditional statements, how the loop works in practice, and what logic stands behind variables. We dare to say it might be the most pleasant way to learn programming without the use of a computer.